Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, it's officially Sirianni season. It's official. It's Sirianni season, man. I like the way he conducted himself in the press conference. I like the way that he owned the moment. You know what I'm saying? I like the way that he made me feel like him being hired wasn't a mistake. He really made me feel like that. I can understand how this guy was a good interviewer. You know what I mean? He beat out a couple guys for this position. He interviewed well. He talks well. That's the first step to winning an interview. You got to talk well. You got to be able to talk the talk. Sir, so what do you expect from me? I learned this from somebody. When you're interviewing, I think I learned this from my wife, actually. When you interviewing and they ask you, so you got any questions from me? A good one to hit them with is, what do you expect from me in the first 30 days? You talk like you got it and you trying to stay ahead of the curve. I had a dude tell me one time, that's a good question in the interview. He ain't even hired me though. But that's how I knew it was a good question. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that he's a good interviewer. Now, what does that translate onto the field? We'll see. We'll see. But right now his energy is up. He talking like he know what he want. Based upon the hires, he's a guy that's putting his own team together. The draft pick is going to tell me all I need to know about him though. It's going to come down to the draft pick for me. Yeah, he might have blew a lot of people away with what he said in the press conference, but Howie Roseman's still there. Make no mistake, that's Big Howie. Big Howie's still there. You could love Howie, you could hate Howie, but you can't give nobody credit on the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the Super Bowl if you don't want to say, oh, and Howie Roseman as well. With as much control Howie Roseman got, with him having that much control and winning the Super Bowl with that much control, that says something. In fact, it speaks volumes. Howie was vital. Howie was vital. And if you think for a second, ladies and gentlemen, that Howie Roseman is going to sit back quietly while this guy... Listen, I'm going to tell you the type of guys that just fit. It might not make sense to you guys, but I think that this guy, Sirianni, has a vision. I think he got a vision. And you see, like I keep talking about the tape y'all sent me. What was he talking about? Twin tight end packages. Kyle Pitts, that dude from Florida, it makes a lot of sense when you talk about who our head coach is. When you talk about the #1 need of the team, though, the #1 need of the team is a stable wide receiver in a lot of y'all opinions. You see where I'm going with that? And a lot of you guys' opinions, we should go take a wide receiver. I don't think the Eagles are thinking like that because they just drafted 3. They drafted 3. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles, in all honesty, rather bank on the development of the 3 guys they just drafted because somebody got to take the fall for taking a dude at 21 and he trash. Somebody got to take the fall for that. Who was the last wide receiver we took in the first round before that? Nelson Aguilar. And my God, Nelson Aguilar, that Nelson Aguilar is looking like somebody we should have kept. With the reports that's coming out of how he put these dudes in check in Oakland for being some cut. I think we missed on the development and where we should have had him at all along, which was probably in a slot for Nelson Aguilar. I think we missed that. Like, come on, let's take ownership for that. Let's not sit here and act like Nelson Aguilar wasn't a big piece of us having something in the trophy cabinet. I'm all about giving these dudes their credit now, man. I'm all about doing it, man, because you can get wrapped up in this Eagles culture. You can get wrapped up big time and stop giving guys the credit they deserve and stop talking about some of these guys like they didn't help make 2017 possible. Nelson Aguilar, one of them ones, man. He one of them ones, bro, because this the thing about it. I don't think no wide receiver on our roster that we just drafted in the last year's draft class will be able to deal with the torture and pain that Nelson Aguilar dealt with while playing for the Philadelphia Eagles for dropping them balls. It'll break him in an instant. It'll break him in an instant. It was our fault for not realizing that he should have been in the slot. That was our bad. You should have played him how teams play around with Antonio Brown. You should have used him like that. But we didn't want to do that. But shout out to Nelson Aguilar, man. You know, being an alpha dog on a team. We could have used that energy last year. We ain't see his worth. We got to see the player's worth in this upcoming draft. This draft will tell me everything I need to know about Sirianni. It's going to tell me everything I need to know. If we go out there and do something foolish, a bonehead Howie Roseman pick like Jalen Hurts, if we go out there and do a Jalen Hurts pick, it's not going to make no sense. But if Zach Ertz is truly gone, I can understand bringing in Kyle Pitts because that's more of a Sirianni pick. Now, if Sirianni could do other things besides getting a Kyle Pitts. He could go somewhere else in the draft and bring over one of our guys, Trey Burton. He could bring a guy back with him. I think his influence now with a lot of these Colts free agents, I think it's going to be high. Those are the things that's going to let me know if he was respected or not. We need to land at least one Colts free agent that got a link to Sirianni. Show me what you could bring to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's showing it. And I'm looking at these two things. What can you bring for me from the Colts? Because I'll take a Malik Hooker, Xavier Rhodes. What can you bring me from the Colts? And what are we going to do in the draft? Right now, Mr. Sirianni, you talk well. We tired of the talking. I want to see what you're going to do. Let me. You're replacing a Super Bowl winning coach. Let me know what you think in the comments.